Hello, everybody. Jamie and I are back, and we're excited to do this. We don't know much about this case. We were just talking about this. I was just giving Jamie a little recap about the case because I myself also had to Google this because everyone's been talking about the Idaho murders, and I knew it happened in some kind of dorm or some kind of like student home or something like that. But that's as much as I knew. So now we both know a little bit more information around the case without us deep diving, because as you guys know, we don't like to research anything before we do these readings and these channelings. Let's get started.
Okay.
All right. I'm just going to jump in first. I'm going to give Jamie a little bit of time as well to connect, because I did connect before we came on with Kaylee or Kylie. I think her name is Kaylee, and Kaylee Consalves. Okay, that's her name. And I got some information, if you will, about what happened that night. She did not point at a person, okay, at a suspect, but I have some information here which might help sort of get deeper into this case and maybe possibly find out something new, something that maybe the police or the prosecution don't know yet. So what I got from Kaylee is that definitely the perpetrator was a man, and he was a tall man with dark hair. She saw that because she was asleep, but she wasn't in deep sleep when he entered her room. Now, what I'm hearing Kaylee say is that there is a misconception out there, I'm not aware of this, that the misconception, I don't know where that's coming from, that Kaylee and I believe Zanna were awake when he entered the house and their rooms, and they fought back. So she's saying that she was asleep, but she wasn't a deep sleep because she did hear him enter the room, and then she woke up, like she opened her eyes because she was dozing off. She did let out a scream, but he immediately put his hand on her mouth and frantically started or continued, because he was already stabbing her, unfortunately, but he continued stabbing her and just to silence her. She also told me that Ethan, which is the boyfriend of Zanna or Zanna, I don't know how to pronounce her name, but I'll call her Zanna, was at the wrong place at the wrong time because he was targeting the girls. And she also told me that he was stalking them. She knows this now. She didn't know that at the time when she was alive, but she knows this now from the spirit world. And what I'm also getting is that the motive was sexual, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was the motive. And that's all I got. And then Jamie and I started talking. We got on. So hopefully she'll give us more information, or some of the other victims will just come through and give us some more information.
Mm-hmm. I was channeling Ethan, the male, and he seems very unsettled, and he comes through as being, I don't want to say angry, but very upset. He doesn't seem, when certain spirits come through, they usually, for me, they seem pretty nice, but he seems like he's not mean to me, but he's really upset about the situation. He does bring up his mother. He also was saying something about the number 40. So I don't know if someone was stabbed 40 times or there's something with the number 40. He's also telling me that and I'm not sure if it's this guy's girlfriend that he had a crush on her, the girlfriend, and was stalking the
Oh,
girlfriend.
the perpetrator. You mean
The
this?
perpetrator,
Okay.
the murderer, he
Oh, okay. Possibly.
was,
Yeah.
stalking. The way it's coming
Her.
through with Ethan is that it was her that this perpetrator was interested in,
And
and
I think she was the only brunette as well.
oh,
The other
okay.
girls were blondes. The 2
Oh,
girls were
interesting.
blondes. She was the only brunette, which is interesting because now that you say that and you say that he was stalking
Mhm.
Zanna,
Yeah.
that's the girl, Ethan's girlfriend.
Mhm.
Maybe interesting, but I don't feel that he unalived her first though. Do
No,
you
I
do you
don't
get anything from Ethan?
know. Ethan's saying he put up a fight, but I don't know if
Yeah.
that's, like, he's showing me he's lifting up his hands or arms, or I feel like he was sleeping when this happened, maybe, or he wasn't. He was caught off guard, which I know that's obvious,
Mhm.
but it's almost like he woke up and he fought back. He got stabbed in his hands, they're showing me. I don't know whether he was also showing me somebody's eyes, so I don't know if someone got stabbed in the eyes or he did something to their eyes. That comes in. Um, but the way Ethan tells me is that he was stalking this person for a long time. Maybe it was 40 days that
Maybe it
he's.
was because I'm getting the stalking too. Like
Mhm.
he was stalk. Maybe it was 40 days. You're right, but I
I
don't know.
don't
It could have been
Yeah,
the street number, like the house number.
that's true. And the other thing is, okay, so that he unalived them, but, yeah, I just feel like like Ethan was saying that he feels this was just it was like he was in a jealous rage because he really liked one of the women, and it might be Ethan's girlfriend, and he
Mm,
just kinda flew off the handle, and that was it. The perpetrator flew off the handle.
mm. I
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting. I'm connecting to Kaylee. Um, it's interesting because Kaylee says that actually her and what's the other girl, Madison. Um, I keep getting like they're like soul sisters. I don't know if they were very close. The 2 blonde girls, Kaylee and Madison, they were very close to the point where I believe they were sisters in a past life. So they belong in the same soul family. And the irony of it all is like they were unalived the same way at the same time on the same day. Are you picking that up as well?
Yes.
Because
Yes.
very close. And Kaylee is specifically telling me that she did notice a car or someone days before this happened. And she told Madison this because they found it weird that they saw a car that they couldn't recognize and a guy and a man that they couldn't recognize, kind of like in the hood, driving around with no purpose.
Mhm.
And her intuition at that moment went bing, this is what she's telling me.
Okay. And the other thing I was getting with Ethan and his girlfriend, did you say her name is Zara?
Zana.
Oh, Zanna. Well, I was getting with those two. She kind of talks a little bit to me, but he's more connecting with me.
Yes.
And he brings up something about either his work or her work, Zana's work.
Mm-hmm.
So there's something, either the perpetrator went to their work or saw them at work, or there's something about the workplace.
Oh, you mean like stalking them and kind of like
Mhm.
watching them?
Yes, and Ethan's saying that this perpetrator was very jealous of Ethan.
Crazy.
Mhm.
Crazy. You know what's interesting? I'm trying to connect to Zana's energy, and it's very, very. It's not strong. I don't know why.
No, it's not. I try to connect to her too.
You
I'm not
too?
getting much from her.
Almost like she's hiding behind Ethan, like almost not
Mhm.
hiding, but sort of like Ethan is representing both of them, or he's stepping forward, and she's kind of like in the background. But and
Mhm.
Madison, the other girl, I do not connect with her whatsoever. whatsoever.
I don't either.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting. But Zanna's bringing up her parents. And so is Ethan. So I don't know why they're bringing up the parents, but that comes in too.
Her parents, you mean? Yeah.
Her parents and then his parents. I'm getting a mother figure. So it's either, I think it's his mother that I'm picking up on. That's what I get.
Yeah, I think, you know what I'm picking up around Ethan a lot? Flowers.
Oh, okay.
I keep seeing flowers around, so I don't know if or maybe he was buried somewhere where there are a lot of flowers, or maybe, but I'm seeing a lot of flowers around. Tulips. They
I'm
look like
seeing
tulips.
daisies. Oh,
You're
interesting.
seeing daisies?
I'm seeing
Maybe.
white flowers, daisies. It could be daisies or white tulips. That's interesting.
Yeah, it could be white
Mhm.
tulips. But it's interesting because I see him surrounded by these flowers. I can even smell them at this moment.
Mhm.
The flowers, I mean, which is interesting. But I don't know why we cannot connect with Madison. I can see Sana, but I can't see Madison, which is interesting. Was she the
Yeah.
one who was the most? Was she the one that got it worse? Meaning, like, she got the most brutal.
I'm getting no with that, but
Yeah, that.
I'm getting
Yeah.
no. Maybe.
I don't know why it's weird that we cannot connect. We can connect to the others, but we can't connect to her. So I don't know. Maybe our guides can help us with that. I don't know.
Yeah, but I think she doesn't, it happened a couple years ago, but I still feel like they're not, like she especially isn't accepting that she isn't on Earth
Probably.
anymore. That's what I
Probably.
get. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm also getting, I don't know much about this case, to be honest. I know it's all over the news and stuff. I really haven't followed it, but I'm also getting that it was cold there and they're showing me a shovel in the ground. So I don't know why they're showing me a
Mm.
shovel. Uh, do you know when this happened, Natalie? Because
November wait, I've written it down.
oh,
November 13th. So
okay,
it was
that's
cold.
interesting because they were
Yeah.
saying that ground is cold. That's interesting.
It would have been cold in November in
Oh,
Idaho.
sure. And
So yeah.
Idaho's cold. Even right now, it's chilly up there. I'm in California, but it's chilly up there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure it is.
Hmm.
Yeah, well, the
Even
shovel
in
is in.
May, it's cold, a little
What?
chilly. Even in May, it can be a little chilly, but it's interesting. Um, I was picking up, it happened during the colder months. So November is cold.
It is. Yeah, I
Mhm.
see that. But they it seems that these kids are very confused. Because I
Yes.
keep asking her, like, is this Brian guy the one that did it, or what can you tell me about the perpetrator? And very chaotic energy, all of them. Ethan, Zana, who's more faded the energy, Kaylee, sorry. They very confused, almost like it must have taken them a very long time for them to kind of like, transition to the other side and really embrace the fact that they're back home.
Oh, yeah, right, exactly. Well, what I was getting too is that uh one of them is telling me, and it is Ethan, that it was who they're accusing. He's saying it was Brian, that he feels that
That's
it
what I'm
is.
getting. That's what I'm getting.
And he said that Brian he's telling me he's a total basket case. And he's not only maybe he's on the spectrum, but he's also mentally ill. He's saying like he could have schizophrenia or something.
Yeah, I'm picking that up. And I also see that he was severely abused by his dad. His dad was abusive.
Oh, okay.
Brian's dad, I mean.
Mhm.
I'm getting,
Yeah.
which could have played maybe a part or role in how he developed as a
Mhm.
child into adulthood. It's interesting, but I'm also getting it's Brian, and I'm also getting that he will get convicted.
That's what I'm getting. They're showing me
Yeah.
the number 70 or 71, so I'm getting that number. I'm not sure why, but they're telling me he is gonna get convicted. I don't know if the
Mhm.
trial goes 71 days or 70 days or he gets 70 years in prison. I'm not sure.
Maybe. I mean, yeah. I mean, how much is
Yeah.
life, right? How much is life? Life is 25 years, 30?
Yeah, I think.
So if it's 30 years, if life is 30 years times 4, no, the math's not
Oh,
mathing. But
okay.
anyways, we don't know. We'll find out
Interesting.
when it happens.
Yeah, definitely.
When
But
it happens. But
yeah. Do you know if Brian has a sister?
I have no idea. I
Okay,
don't
no,
know. I
me neither.
haven't researched
Okay.
him, but
No, that's okay. I haven't either. I feel like he either has a sister or he's close with his mother or something with
I
that.
get that he's close with his mother, but his mother is more like the dad is abusive, and I feel
Mhm.
that he was more verbally abusive rather than physically abusive
Yes.
towards him. But I am picking up that the mom, it was more nurturing or
Mm.
more of a mom, but she never protected him against the dad's
Oh, okay.
tantrums
Right.
and stuff. So
Yeah.
she was a bit more docile,
I see.
more passive. That's what I'm
Okay,
getting. I don't
interesting.
know about the
Now
sister. I have no idea. Mm.
oh, interesting. What I'm getting with the father, I feel like he put his hands around the guy's neck before and had him clenched. So maybe he was more emotionally abusive toward him. I feel like the dad was a rageaholic, but I feel like at one point he kind of
Mm.
had him pinned down on the ground with his hand on his neck.
Wow.
Spirit's
Wow.
telling me this guy wasn't set up, that he actually did this.
He wasn't what? Sorry?
That he wasn't set up. The
Oh, no, no, no.
perpetrator who they're accusing of doing this, Spirit's telling me he wasn't set up, that
N-
he did this.
He did this. No, it wasn't a
Mhm.
setup. This was planned. He knew exactly
Mhm.
what he was going to do.
Yeah, he did. And they're saying, and they're like my guides are telling me this was like a ritualistic thing.
Yeah, I
So
know.
it's almost like he had to, I mean, I know this is disturbing, like stab him like 20 times or something, or he had like it's like OCD or something.
Yeah, like I've got to stab her one more time because it has to be like an even number or an odd number, something like that, something
Yeah.
like where it's like
Mhm.
doesn't make sense, but to him it had to be that way,
Yes.
or he had to unalive that way. What's interesting? I don't know about Brian, but my guides are showing me, Spirit is showing me that he was reading a lot. He was into like crimes and true crime and reading books and reading law books, and like he consumed this type of content and books and literature. This is what they're telling me, like
Oh,
anything that
interesting.
had to do with crime.
Mhm. Yeah, I get that too. I also get that he obsessed over things, which that is interesting, where
Yeah.
they said he had to like stab him so many times that and he was obsessed with one of the girls, or I think it was Zana from what I'm getting,
Mm,
that it was
mm.
her.
Wow, interesting. You know what? I'm asking
Mhm.
though, why, if he was obsessed with Zana, then well, why unalive the rest of them? I know he's mentally disturbed, the facts, but I mean, I,
Um,
I don't know.
yeah,
I
what
want to
I'm
ask.
getting is that he was ordered to do it. That's what I'm getting. I feel my
Mm,
guides are telling me that he was ordered to do this, which
mm,
means, I mean,
yeah,
I don't wanna diagnose him because I'm not in that position to do that, but from what my guides are, I'm
yeah,
just
yeah, yeah, yeah.
telling what's coming through
We're
me,
not
not from
medical
me.
experts.
Right,
We're not doctors. This is
exactly.
our opinion based on
Yeah,
what we're given from
mhm,
spirit, just to
right,
make it clear.
exactly, and what I'm getting is, um, he had a lot of, like, mental things, like
Voices.
hearing
Mm,
voices telling
mm.
him to do this, or,
Yep, 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 yep. I'm getting it
he
now
says
as
that
well.
because
Mm.
he's saying he heard if you kill one, you have to kill them all.
Mhm. But he missed the other 2. Thankfully, the 2 survivors survived. There were 2
Yeah,
other that's what I read. There were 2 survivors, and one heard
mhm,
what happened, apparently, but she didn't
mhm.
come out of her room. Maybe he was unaware that these other 2 people were in the house. I don't
Yeah,
know.
he was, or that's what
Mm.
my guides are saying, that he missed those 2, he didn't know that they were in the house. I also feel like one of them was hiding, Maybe
Yeah,
hiding under a bed or a closet?
that's what I was getting just now. I was just literally
Mhm.
seeing that just now. Under a
Yeah.
bed. It feels like under a
Oh,
bed,
okay.
hiding. This is how I saw it anyways, like how it was shown to me, like um hiding under the bed. Could have been one of the survivors, maybe, maybe. I
Yeah,
don't know. Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
I'm also, for some reason, I'm connecting to Brian's dad because I don't
Oh.
like his energy.
Yeah, I know.
Uh,
Exactly.
this guy is dark. The dad, dark, dark, dark. And to be
Oh.
honest, I don't feel that the dad feels anything, meaning he doesn't feel disgusted or regret or
Mhm.
anything towards his son who did this heinous act. So
Mhm.
I don't
Well,
like that.
is it okay if I did something? I have
Of
my
course,
tarot cards here,
go for
and
it.
I asked the tarot while you were talking, I said, "Did Brian kill these people?"
What did you
And guess
get?
what card I got? The
The
devil.
devil. Are we surprised? I think. Hold on.
No.
Let's do that. Let me pull a card too.
Okay, okay.
Let's do this. Let's make it a little bit more fun and lighten the mood a little.
Yeah, because I feel I mean, if you get the devil I mean, the devil is Capricorn in the major arcana,
Yes.
but the
Yes.
devil is maybe the way I'm interpreting it psychically, because that's how I interpret the cards is through what I get through spirit,
Same.
that some evil force told him to do it.
Uh uh yes, because he's
Mhm.
unstable,
Yeah. They also
apparently.
show me something about Brian in high school, so I feel like he was maybe an outcast or, his whole life he felt like he didn't fit in.
I got
Oh,
the
what's that?
magician.
Oh, wow.
And magician can be dark, can be a good card,
Mhm.
but it can also be a dark card.
Yeah,
Depends
I
on the
know.
intention that you're setting. Because this could be the manifesting card, or this could be my intentions are not good. This could also indicate magic. It also indicates someone's intentions that are very dark. Okay,
Yeah.
ritualistic
Mm,
rituals, all of it. So the
wow.
combination of devil with magician, I think we've got our answer. Totally.
Yeah, I do too.
It's
Yeah,
Brian.
definitely.
Brian did. I agree with you. And I believe that he's just mentally unstable
I do too.
and very obsessed. Very obsessed. I keep getting this
Yeah.
obsession and sexually obsessive as well.
Yes, I do feel that, but I feel like he really watched this person. I think it's Zana, is that her name?
Zana,
I think
yeah.
I think it's her that he had a fixation on, and Spirit's giving me that word fixation. He was very
Interesting.
fixated on her. I also feel like he did some kind of writing or he wrote about her, or maybe they didn't find it, but
Mm.
I feel like he knew her somehow. Maybe he was in her work or he saw her somewhere. This wasn't just him going into their house and just randomly killing people. He knew this woman,
You're right. Because I
even if
just
she
saw
didn't
it.
know him. Yeah,
No,
sorry.
this is what I got. They had met in the past.
Oh, okay.
They weren't
I was
friends, they weren't
no.
acquaintances, but they had crossed paths in the past,
Right.
and
It
that's
would
how he got obsessed with her.
exactly. It would just be like if, let's say, she worked at the mall,
Right, exact
and
that's
and
yeah,
and she
yeah,
waited on him at her work, and, like, she did
yeah.
like, and he came up, and she wouldn't have known, okay, that was him, you know? But I feel like that's what happened.
I feel that's what's triggered all, like, she bumped
Mhm.
into him or they spoke for 2 seconds because they were and
Yeah.
then 'cause that's what spirit is showing me. Me too, I'm seeing some kind of cafeteria or some kind of, like, within a mall. It's interesting you said mall because I saw, like, this is some kind of coffee shop in a mall. They
Okay,
crossed paths,
interesting.
and that's how he became fixated, obsessed.
Yeah, I was seeing, like yeah, it could have been a coffee shop or an ice cream shop. I don't know where
Yeah,
she
ice cream
worked,
shop, I'm
but
not sure, but it looks
yeah,
like
or
one of
some
those
kinda
coffee shops where
cafe.
yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. Like
Yeah.
the coffees to go, where you're waiting in the queue, this is what I'm getting.
Right.
It's how I see it.
Yeah, me too.
Which is so yeah, Ethan is mad. I agree because I'm picking him up now, like his energy. He's mad because his life
Yeah.
was cut short.
Oh,
He's
Ethan, yeah, Ethan's mad.
Ethan. Who did I
Yeah,
say? Did
I
I say
know.
Brian?
Right. No, you said Ethan.
Oh, okay. So
No, I was just trying to remember who it was who. It was me. Because I don't know anything about this case. I didn't even know Brian's name. I just knew I know what he looks like because I've seen him all over the place. But I
these
know.
are my notes, you
Oh,
guys. These are my notes.
oh,
Like this is the names of the
mhm.
victims, when it happened, and the name of the suspect. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all I researched, because I'm like, okay, because we need to know the victim's name so we can
Mhm.
connect to them, uh,
Yeah.
at least. So yeah, me neither. But I'm sure people will fill us in the comments, because people have been following this case and they know a lot more than we do. We just
Mhm.
know what we're getting from either the victims or spirit. So
Yeah.
they will let us know in the comments for sure. And please
Yeah,
do,
for
please
sure.
do. We would
Yeah,
love to
and
have a conversation with everyone.
for sure. And I also feel like I see the perpetrator, which I feel is Brian. That's what I'm being
Yeah,
told.
me too.
Looking through windows when it was dark. So
Oh,
peeping in windows.
which is the thing. This is the one thing that I just can't. Like, just the thought. I'm super paranoid about. I think we talked about it last time. Like, when it gets dark, immediately shutters are closed,
Yeah,
everything, curtains,
same with
everything,
me.
because I'm
Yeah.
super paranoid that one day I'm gonna look out the window, I'm gonna see a face and two
I
eyes.
know. Yeah, me too. That's why.
Yeah.
So, but
Oh,
it sounds like he did this for a while.
yeah. Sounds like it.
That he planned it, and I don't know why they're showing me, like, I know it was November when this happened, but he's showing me mud on his they're showing me mud on the perpetrator's shoes and pants, so maybe at one point when he was over there, it was muddy or something when he was looking in.
He thought that this was the perfect murder, that they wouldn't be able to pin it back to him. Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
Brian, that is. But what
Yeah.
I'm getting is he was a little bit reckless
Uh-huh.
regarding some kind of evidence, because something in his car. So I don't know if they missed it or they found it and it's gonna come up in the trial.
Right. That's interesting that you're saying it because before you were saying this, I was hearing the word breakthrough. So there's going to be some kind of breakthrough in this case.
Ooh. So you think right before the trial or during? Oh, that
I
would
th-
be interesting.
I feel like maybe it's during, like
That's
early
interesting.
in, maybe.
Maybe it's that, because
Yeah.
I see my guys are showing me there is evidence in that car. He wasn't that careful. He wasn't that
No.
meticulous regarding the unalivings.
Right. And then I'm seeing a female around this. Either I think there's a male judge, but I could be wrong, but I'm getting like a female attorney or one of the people on the either the prosecution or defense. There's a
Mm,
female that's either an attorney or something that's kind of a central figure.
that it will be interesting to follow now that we know about the case. It will be interesting to see what comes up when it.
Yes, for sure. They're saying they found some evidence too, so that it could be DNA or maybe the murder weapon, or there's something that they have that they found or will find.
Why my guys are saying the murder weapon was not found?
I don't know. Maybe it wasn't found.
Maybe it wasn't found. I don't think they found it. Maybe
Hmm.
oh, interesting. Where did he get rid of it though? Not far though, not far from that home, like a couple of blocks, 3 blocks away. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I am seeing him throwing something when he fled the
Same,
scene. Yeah,
same,
right.
same. Throwing it, but and it's dark, but it's
Right.
getting like the sun is now coming out. So,
Yes.
and I believe he was panicking because
Mhm.
now, there's light so people can see him, and I literally see him throwing that. But interesting. But
Yeah.
they didn't find it? They didn't find the
I don't
weapon?
know.
The
I
weapon,
don't
the knife.
think so, maybe not.
Interesting. That's what I'm getting. Why do I see two knives?
Oh, 2 knives.
Hmm. They're identical as
Oh,
well.
wow.
They're not different types. They're
Interesting.
two knives. There's some kind of carving on the knives.
Huh.
I can't tell what it says or what it is, but there's a
Oh,
carving on
wow.
the thing, on the blade.
Huh.
Um, And they're two identical knives. I don't know what that means. I don't know if he got rid of the, the murder, the unaliving weapon,
Yeah.
but he kept another one, but he had two, so he used one of. I don't know. It's very confusing.
Yeah, I know.
What I'm getting.
Right. Yeah. It is confusing, but they're saying the person was confused, the perpetrator. He
Yeah.
was very confused. They're saying this was very impulsive.
Yeah. A lot of like what I'm getting is like you're right, impulsive, and there a lot of anger, like
Yes. Mhm.
anger, like he's demonic,
Mhm.
even like he's possessed,
Yeah,
like he was
right.
possessed, and he was like, "Rrr."
That
That's
he
what I'm getting.
feels that she wasn't I think it's Zanna wasn't paying attention to him, and that's why he was angry. Even if she didn't really know about him, because it's interesting, I said, "Why are you so upset?" I was asking the tarot why Brian was so upset. Because I feel it is him. I'm not accusing him, but I just feel, and I got
That's
the
our
9 of
opinion,
swords.
people. Yeah. Oh,
So it's almost
Nine of
like he was
Swords.
upsetting, or he was upset about this, even if she didn't know about him, that he felt in his mind, she's with Ethan and she doesn't care about me.
Wow. Wow. How disturbed this guy is. It's
Yeah,
very
exactly.
disturbing.
Mhm.
Let's see. I'm asking my guides if he's gonna get convicted.
Oh,
I'm asking the
interesting. In
cards.
the
If he's
tarot.
we asked if he's
Let me
guilty.
ask too.
We think he's guilty. But let's see. Will he be, according to the cards, will he be convicted? Did you pull? Hold on. We've got to pull together. Jumper card. There it is.
Oh my gosh, look at
Ready?
what I got. I'll let
What
you
did
go
you get?
first.
No,
I'll
let's
let
do it
you
together. 1, 2, 3, go.
the Hanged Man.
Hangman. And I got Page of Pentacles.
Oh, wow.
Oh, what is that? Wait. The Hangman totally means conviction.
Oh, yeah, he's gonna be hung.
But
He's
what's
gonna
this
be
Page of
tarred and
Pentacles?
feathered.
Oh,
She
yeah.
the Page of Pentacles. The
Page of Pentacles.
pages are messengers.
Messengers
Pentacles,
and kids and young adults, kids.
yeah, pages are under the age of 40.
Correct.
Pentacles that's the slowest of the 4 suits in the tarot. So, and but Pentacles is also, is that summer or fall? I can't remember the season.
Pentacles is fall.
Okay.
So that, yeah, November is still fall. Um,
Interesting.
because winter, I think, starts officially December, January, February, March, or January. Anyways, you know what I get? What I got? Pentacles
Yeah.
is also home, real estate, property, grounding, the ground,
Right.
home, the
Exactly.
home.
Mhm.
I think there is that breakthrough, that what we talked about just a few minutes ago, that's going to
Yeah.
happen during the trial. I believe it's evidence that
Uh-huh.
new evidence is
Oh,
going to come up.
I've got it. Evidence
What?
comes
And
up that hangs them.
what is it?
Get it? Evidence comes up and it hangs them. It's like, that's it. That's the evidence. And
You're correct. Evidence that they
wow,
find on one of the victims, because they were kids, they were young adults.
hangs them.
I've got goosebumps. I've just got the
Wow, that
chills.
is,
That's it. Oh my God, I've
whoa.
just gone cold.
Or the evidence convicts them or hangs them. The hanged man. That's like, wow.
That's what's going to come up last minute during the trial. The new evidence is going to come up. That's the
Mhm.
breakthrough that your guides told you. That's the evidence my guide showed me. And this is what our
Wow.
cards are saying.
I know. Wow, this is
I love this.
wild.
Oh
This
my
is
God.
fun.
What else could we ask? I don't know if there's anything else that we can add to this, but I think we
Uh,
pretty much have.
yeah, I feel
Gone
like
through it.
the perpetrator doesn't feel any remorse over it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I
He's
don't
very
feel that.
cocky, arrogant, almost like,
Uh-huh.
you
Yeah,
know. That's what I get. Like, yeah, they're not gonna pin it on me. They don't have, like, I feel like he's a little bit of a know-it-all. This is
I
what I'm
do
getting,
too.
which is fun.
Yeah. And he's trying to act all innocent, like, they would never think I would do this. It was somebody else, but my guides are telling me it was him. They're also saying something about his shoes or his shoe print or shoe size that comes in. So I don't know if he left some shoe prints or.
It's interesting because I believe Brian is super tall. He must be very tall because Kaylee, keep mispronouncing her name. Sorry. Kaylee, she showed me and she told me that he's very high, very tall. And when I connected to Brian, I felt like he's a tall man.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's interesting you mentioned the shoe. It could
Mhm.
be that he has quite a big foot or big
Yeah.
shoe size, which
Okay.
might also be that could also be some kind of evidence, maybe,
Yeah, definitely.
which I'm sure they found. I don't know. Was it snowing at the
I don't
time?
remember, or maybe there's blood on his shoes and they take the DNA and maybe there's other people's blood on his shoe. That could be.
Or maybe the shoe is in the car and they find, or part of the shoe, or something that was stuck on the shoe is now in his car, which they're going to find.
Mhm.
I don't know, but
Yeah.
you guys will find out. So
Yeah, we'll
remember,
find out.
because we have evidence. Shoe. There's the shuffle that Jamie mentioned, which we don't know what that shuffle is about. We have the
Right.
shoe, we have the car, we have new evidence coming in, or that's going to
Yeah.
come up during the trial. And
The number 70.
the number 70 and the number 40. You said 40
Yeah, I
as
did say
well.
that. And then I was also getting the month of July. So I don't know if the verdict will come in July or something happens in July. Unless that's
Maybe
when the
that,
trial starts. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's May 2025 right now.
When I just read that one article just to go to look at the names and stuff and just understand
Yeah.
the case a little bit, it said 5th of June that the
Oh,
trial
okay.
starts. So I don't know. I
Interesting.
don't know. Unless there's some kind of delay, because I do feel that there are a lot of delays around this trial
Yeah.
in general.
Mhm.
Maybe, and they push it to July, maybe. I don't know. It could
Okay,
be.
yeah, and then I also get a D name like Debbie, Diane. There's I don't know if that's somebody associated with this case, or maybe it's one of the parents' names or one of the attorneys' names, but I'm getting that.
Maybe.
Mhm.
Yeah, could be the
Mhm.
attorneys. The people will let us know in the comments anyways.
Yeah, please. Thank you. This was great doing this,
This
Natalie.
was great. This was fun. I know I hate seeing it when we do these types of cases because they're usually very brutal, very disturbing cases, but we do try
Yeah.
to make it a little bit more fun for us and for you guys, because you have to understand, when we channel this type of information or we channel bad people or even victims that have been through so much, that went through trauma before they were unalive or before they passed, it's quite heavy on us. So Jamie and I, we just want to keep things a little bit lighter during these sessions, because we also need to protect our energies,
Yeah.
especially when we do the serial killers, because this was an awful crime. But
Yeah.
Brian is not evil like Ted Bundy and Dahmer and the Night Stalker. He's just
No.
extremely disturbed. There's a huge difference.
Right. They're saying that he was very insecure. He always felt like
Yeah.
an outcast, and it's like he just felt like nothing went his way, and this was his way of striking back or feeling that he was unwanted in life.
Yeah, I believe he. One last thing before we go. I bet you he's a Scorpio, because I just heard he's a Scorpio.
Interesting.
I bet you anything he's a Scorpio.
He probably is. Because I
My
did
dad.
pull the King of Cups earlier.
Oh,
But it's interesting. I get the 5 of Wands around it, so I don't know if there's a lot of arguing around this, like in the trial. So it looks
maybe
like there's a
there.
lot of fighting or arguing or
Probably
yeah.
there's going to be a lot
Yeah.
of back and forth
Yeah.
regarding that. Oh, it's Brian's sign. That'll be interesting. Ooh, I had a card. Brian's sign, lovers. I got the
Oh, interesting. It
lovers.
could be a Gemini. The lovers is Gemini. I could
Lovers.
ask the cards. What's Brian's sign?
He could have a Gemini moon. That's what I think.
That's true. sorry, the Strength card just fell out of my tarot. He could be a Leo. And then I also get the Hermit, so I don't know if he has Leo and Virgo in his chart.
How interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel he's not a Gemini. He might have Gemini moon,
Or
Virgo, maybe rising, or Virgo sun,
interesting.
or I don't know. Well, you know
Huh.
what? Someone will do the research and will let us know down below.
Yeah,
If you find
definitely.
his chart or his birthday, just let us know.
Yeah,
That'll
this
be
is
interesting.
cool.
Do let us
Yeah.
know down in the chat, down in the comments. Do let us know who's going to be next. Which case do you want us to do next time? Do let us know.
Yeah.
Which one did you want to do, Jamie? There was one that you wanted to do.
There's I would be interested in doing like the Amityville horror, like
That's right.
channeling those people
Let's do
if
that.
people would be interested in that or whatever anybody wants us to do.
No, I want to do that. Let's do something
Okay.
more horror-y, paranormal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
But
Fun.
yeah,
As always.
did you ever I know you did OJ Simpson, but did you ever do one where you wanted to where you could channel Nicole and Ron, or did you already do that?
I did
Oh, you
channel
did?
Nicole. She came,
Okay, interesting.
I wasn't planning to, but she just literally
Oh.
just popped in while I
Oh,
was
no,
doing
that's
a
okay.
live video
Yeah,
on it.
sure. Yeah.
And she was very, very insightful regarding OJ. But I have a
Yeah.
list here of, because I write things down. You and I are both Virgo rising, so we have this
Yeah,
thing about
exactly.
it.
We're organized.
We're very so I've written down what people have told us before, and I have like we've done Casey Anthony. Summer
Mhm.
Wells is another one, another popular one. That little girl that disappeared. Summer
Madeline
Wells.
McCain?
No, Summer Wells. She was from somewhere in the deep south, I believe.
Okay, we could do that.
We have Zodiac Killer. We have Son of Sam. The Laurie Vallow is another one that people want us to do.
Yeah.
Eileen Burness, you know, the
Mhm.
serial,
She was
the
from
female.
Michigan, wasn't she? I think, or
I don't
I
know.
think so.
And Susan Moore. Some of these people I don't know. Selena is another one. Some
Oh,
people
yeah.
write what people suggest. Write them down.
Selena would be cool. Or even like, you know, it would be even be interesting, like John F. Kennedy, like who shot him or Marilyn Monroe, like what
Marilyn
happened to
Monroe.
you?
I've written her down. Do you
Mhm.
want to do Marilyn Monroe too? That would be
We
interesting.
could do that one too. Yeah, that would be interesting.
I'm putting it
Like
in.
channel her. Were you murdered? Did you commit suicide? What exactly happened?
She's on my list. Marilyn
Okay.
Monroe. Perfect. So let us know which ones you guys prefer so we can do either Amityville Horror or Marilyn Monroe next time. Let us know down below which one of the two do you want us to do next time. And we're going to do that one.
Okay, that sounds good. I'm so glad to be here and thank you to everybody. Thanks to the viewers.
Yes, thank you all. Don't forget to like this video and do subscribe to both of us. Everything will pop up on the screen and it's down in the description box as well. Thank you all for watching. Till next time, take care. Bye.
Bye.